this is Jane Talbot, and I am just swerving by to update you about one of my latest sub-adventures, I think you'd call it. So in my last blog post I wrote about some books I had been reading, and I mentioned a book by a guy called Scott Carney, What Doesn't Kill Us. And it was his attempt originally to debunk the work of Wim Hof, also known as the Ice Man. And what Scott found is that actually the whole method worked for him and his body, and he achieved some amazing things, including climbing Mount Kilimanjaro with very little on in the way of clothing. I found the book really interesting, and so I dug a little bit more, went onto Wim Hof's website and accessed the free three-part video series to help you have a go at the Wim Hof Method yourself, and watch lots of YouTube videos. What was interesting to me about the Wim Hof Method was this idea that we have this primal wiring system that is very, very clever and helps us, or helped us in the past, to survive. This primal wiring system could be used to help us find our way without a compass. It could help us to heat our own bodies without clothing, and to make us more resilient to infection and keep our metabolisms healthy. And the idea is that because of our modern comforts and central heating, we've lost touch with these capabilities, and the Wim Hof method can help us re-access those capabilities. And there are three pillars to helping us access those capabilities. One is breathing, which includes breath holding. The other is exposure to cold, and the third is to do with mindset. So this is day 13 of me having a go at the Wim Hof method. I set my alarm early. I already get up quite early, so I set it 15 minutes early to do the breathing, and there is 30 deep belly breaths, I'd call them. And then at the end of 30 breaths, then there's a breath hold, and you do that cycle 3 times, and you don't push too hard. So at the moment, when it comes to the breath hold at the end, then I can hold it for about 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Why should I be interested in this? Well, apparently it increases VO2 max, which is really helpful for athletes. Now, I haven't had my VO2 max measured, but what was really interesting, that recently at CrossFit we've started to do some endurance work that involves breathing through the nose. So I am going to stick with it. I think any results going to be a bit subjective and a bit muddied, because I'm doing lots of different things. It's hard to tell what is really making the difference, but I am happy to continue with this, only because I suppose that studies have been carried out on Wim Hof and other people using the Wim Hof method that show that their VO2 max is actually improving. So they're getting fitter just by breathing. As for the exposure to cold, well, I'm doing cold showers. So in the morning, after I've trained or after I've been swimming, then I will have my normal shower and then turn the shower down to cold, and I have built up to around 30 seconds. What I've noticed is if I'm very tired or I've had a very heavy training session, I feel the cold more. But I'm using the breathing to brace myself before I go in and during the experience. And I'm trying to create a feeling of fire in my body. And I've had a lot of fun with that. Now, apparently this may activate my brown fat cells. It will boost my metabolism and make me more resilient as far as the cold is concerned. Whether it's boosting my metabolism, I don't know. So my training regime is just up to notch, especially for the powerlifting, and I am hungrier. I'm eating between 4,000 and 4,500 calories a day when I'm training, more when I'm not training, so I have one rest day a week, which is today, and I'm eating like a beast. So it's hard to tell whether it's the increase in intensity or the showers that are making a difference. But again, if taking cold showers makes me more resistant to infection, I am happy to keep going with that. The other interesting thing that's happened is that, yes, there's a little bit of bracing because I've had a warm shower. I'm feeling all great, all cozy, and it's warming me through to the bones. And then I know I'm going to have to turn it to freezing cold. And I not only physically brace myself using the Wim Hof breathing, but I also mentally brace myself. So I'm going to do this. Just get on with it, Jane, and get in the shower. I'm noticing that is a really good way of overcoming procrastination. Sitting down to work, just get on with it, Jane. Brace yourself, get in there. In the gym, I've had loads of personal records. I mean, loads. I think 4 in the last week. And all I do is look at the bar that I'm lifting and say, come on, just get on with it. You can do it. So I really love the fact that that pattern is linking into other areas of my life. So I'm going to keep on with the cold showers and see what happens. And the third pillar in the Wim Hof method is mindset. And that's really about commitment. So for me, I know that once I've made a decision, the decision is the most important thing, and the decision is usually unconscious. So I've got that instinct, yeah, I'm going to do this, and I don't really know why, and I make the decision I'm going to do it, and it's only afterwards that I discover the real why behind why I'm doing this. So I am committed to this. I'm going to keep going, and I will keep you posted. So like I said, I'm doing lots of other things. I'm not sure what is really making the difference, but looking at the evidence from Wim Hof's tests, the scientists who have done tests on him, and from the Scott Carney's book, it is enough for me to be convinced and to keep going with this. I'm going to post a link to Scott's book below this video, and another video about Wim Hof, and links to the free video course so you can have a go at it yourself if you like. And if you do have a go at it, let me know how it goes. Speak to you soon.